Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are the sixth group. We will show about chapter 6, that is implementing and managing engaging instruction. And our group, there are 3 members. There is Fahmi Ardika, Rianing Saputra, it's me, and Daril Akbar Putra Dharma. And here I be the moderator. And the first material will be shown by Daril Akbar Putra Dharma. For Daril Akbar Putra Dharma, that's it.
Thank you, moderator. In this video, I will explain about implementing and managing engaging instruction. The fourth component of classroom management is engaging instruction, which involves using instructional techniques that increase students' motivation and interest in learning. It is imperative that teachers understand that there is reciprocal relationship between engaging, motivating instruction and effective classroom management. This means that on the one hand, the more engaging the instruction is, the fewer behavioral issues will arise, because students are actively engaged, interested, and motivated in the lesson. Savage and Savage 2010, Weinstein and Romano 2014. Next, before a lesson, consider the physical distance. The first is, although we have already discussed the idea of creating a thoughtful and purposeful physical design of the classroom, those strategies are general strategies to incorporate to help with the overall classroom environment. For example, can the current physical design of the classroom accommodate this lesson or activity? Sometimes you may have a wonderful idea for an activity to support a particular concept, but the room may not be accommodating. Consider the teacher who wants to simulate the solar system and the distance between the planets. This probably won't be possible in the classroom because there is not enough space to split the students out to accurately represent the distance between the planets. Next, plan for the necessary materials. Most successful lessons draw on a variety of materials throughout the lesson. Materials can include items that are pretty standard in classroom, such as chalkboards, chart paper, markers, rules, scissors, and glue. However, with the growing popularity of technology, you can now draw on a broader range of materials and incorporate iPads, interactive whiteboards, PowerPoint or Prezi presentation, and so on. The next is consider the number of students. There are many times when the number of students participating in a lesson or activity is an important factor in the design and implementation of the lesson. And remember that many students are pulled out of class at different times throughout the entire day for the different types of instruction and activities such as speech lessons, English as a second language instruction, music lessons, gifted and talented instruction, and basic skill instruction.
Okay, that is enough for Daril for part that he saw. And now I give the time for Fahmi Ardika. From Fahmi Ardika, that's it.
Thank you, moderator. Decide how to group student. Many teachers like to incorporate cooperation or collaboration work into their lesson, which requires students to work with other students in order for the group work to go more smoothly. You need to think about how you will group students. For example, will student be grouped by interested or academic ability? Can students choose their own group, or will you assign the group? In addition, how will you direct students to move into their group? Next, during a lesson, incorporate relevant content. In a multicultural classroom, additional efforts should be made to incorporate curricular material that represent and discuss issues that are relevant to our races, ethnicities, and religion. Some possible ideas include the following. First, but a multicultural library that includes book that features characters that look similar to your student. Read literature by authors from other cultures. Have students research and write about different aspects of their culture or traditional shared by their families. Asking the student research project that focus on issues that apply to their own community or cultural group. Have students share and write about artifacts for whom that reflect their culture. Read local community newspaper and use the current happening as a springboard for lesson that day. Use the linguistic diversity on your classroom as a springboard for a study of language and communication. Provide clear instruction. One of the more challenging aspects of implementing a lesson is providing clear direction for different aspects of the lesson. Some additional suggestions for providing the direction with clarity include the following. Explain when the assignment is due and how it will be evaluated. Anticipate trouble spot and ask students how they might tackle difficult part of the assignment. Describe the equipment and material necessary to complete the assessment and the procedure for obtaining the equipment and material. Last is teach collaborative with work skill. Many teachers incorporate collaborative or cooperative work into their lesson. There are many benefits and pitfalls to having students work in small group or with a partner. In order to capitalize on the benefit and avoid potential pitfall, remember that students need to be taught how to work in group. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Fahmi. And now I wanna continue. Plan for transition. A transition is a change in activity. Example of this can include moving from one area of a room to another, moving from one classroom to another, switching from one subject to another, or changing the type of activity students are working with. And then monitor progress and provide feedback. Monitor student behavior. It is important to keenly observe students to see how they are doing, including whether they are on task and if they are achieving the key learning goals. It is a good idea to have a plan for what you will do. If a student clearly can't handle the lesson and is extremely disruptive. And then monitoring student work and providing feedback. This will help students stay engaged in the task at hand. One of the most effective ways to accomplish consistent student engagement is to circulate and check in with all students. And this is after the lesson. The first, organize and assess student work. For students to stay engaged in the learning process, they need timely and helpful feedback about their progress. To supply this, You can develop a system to efficiently collect, assess, and record student work. Given the number of papers teachers deal with on a daily basis, a helpful idea may be to observe and talk with other teachers about their system, and then develop a system that works for you. And then engage in reflection. Reflection on a lesson after the facts in one of the most effective strategies for improving your teaching. Consider questions such as what part of this lesson or activity went well? What will I do differently next time? Do I think the student understood the key concept that I planned for them? Reflection on key questions like this will definitely help improve the quality of every lesson. Okay, that is our presentation for 6th group. With ending for that is enough. Billahi fisabilillah, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.